Hey, this video is called Chumpland USA is Billionaire Big Business. I just want to show you kind of like how this all works. So basically, the average person's born as a baby. They're reconstituting their baby formula with fluoride water and soy milk, okay? Neurotoxic garbage. All right, then they drink tap water with fluoride in it, neurotoxin, aluminum, neurotoxin, lowering the IQ, decreasing the cognitive function. Then they're often fed processed food, atrazine, sprayed GMO, BT corn causing leaky gut, mitochondrial inhibition, feminization. Soy is the standard protein in processed foods. Corn, like BT GMO corn, is the standard thing used to make high fructose corn syrup to sweeten processed food. High fructose corn syrup is routinely contaminated with mercury as they push it through chloralkali vats. Glyphosate sprayed on soy is also estrogenic, and it's also neurotoxic. It's a brain excitotoxin. Okay, so all of these things are done to sort of process the person. And what I'm saying is, think about all the money you make. All of these things go together. The public is sort of imposed upon with all these slow poisons, making them fatter, sicker, and stupider. And then you can sort of like reap the harvest on them later. With them getting dental cavities, you're going to put mercury in their mouth for the silver fillings, are 50% mercury. You're going to do fluoride cleanings and more brain damage, more infertility, more leaky gut, root canal procedures that are 100% always infected that are later on going to release anaerobic bacterial toxins causing all kinds of disease. They're also given MSG, MFG, monosodium glutamate, manufactured free glutamate that are neurotoxins. They're also fertility toxins. Aspartame, neurotoxin with a lot of other potential complications. Omega-6 oils are neurotoxic, obesogenic, atherogenic, diabetogenic. The public school system, pushing atheism in an animal training format for conformity, repetition, not for thinking. Attention deficit kids are given amphetamines to, which cause a gradual lobotomy. They try to castrate kids with all this gender nonsense. They have a MAID program, Medical Assistance in Dying program at some schools where they encourage children to commit suicide, okay? They try to get them to consent to suicide without their parents involved. Look it up. You'll see, mature minors. They've got the psychologists at the grade schools now trying to get the kids to denounce their families. Tell me that isn't a communist school system. Okay. They go to the dentist. We talked about how the dentist does further brain damage on these poor people. Then they go to medical doctors, and medical doctors have a fake education. They do not know disease causation for the common chronic diseases. All they know is it's idiopathic, doctor's an idiot, patient's pathetic, therefore we got to match the ill to the pill, send a bill, follow the protocol, treat them with drugs. As soon as the drugs stop working, we'll do a surgery on them. No understanding whatsoever of nutrition, epidemiology, toxicology, the main things that cause disease, as well as the issues of stress, circadian rhythms, and all that, which is relevant. And I forgot to mention in here, I probably should have added it over here, the estrogenic preservatives in almost all personal care products. Estrogen's a fat storage hormone, making people fatter and sicker. And once you got that on board, you increase your risk of breast cancer, increase your risk of prostate cancer, increase your risk of obesity, which increases your risk of hypertension, which increases your risk of diabetes, which increases your risk of atherosclerosis, which increases your risk of heart disease, dementia, congestive heart failure, atrial fibrillation, etc. And these are low-fiber diets, thus increasing your risk of leaky gut and autoimmune disease. So what I'm trying to say is, these businesses and these methods of handling society, they program everybody to be fat, sick, and stupid, and that's why most adults are fat, sick, and stupid. Okay, then the pharmacy reaps the harvest, and all these chumps, they're routinely on pills. Average American, middle-aged and older, they're typically on multiple pills. It's routine. You ask any doctor that does procedures in any hospital in the West, they will tell you it is routine for a patient to be on 10, 15 pills, very often 20 pills. Okay. And then the midstream media, the fake news, CNN, Communist News Network, PC means punish the Christians and promote communism. Okay, all this nonsense, they hear it nonstop, repeated day in, day out. And, the typical conformist lightweight brain starts to believe some of that. Okay? And here's, a fat, sick, and stupid chump. He says, I may be fat, sick, and stupid, but at least I'm free. Yeah, right, chump. Chumpland USA is really billionaire business. How nice it would be to own a fast food restaurant. I meant to have fast food in here somewhere with this processed food. This is really fast food, processed food. The candy store. Okay, you own that place. Then you own the dentist. You own the medical system. You own the pharmacies. So you make them sick, and then you make them sicker with these dental poisons, and then you just sell them drugs until they crash and burn and die. They're bankrupt and demented. Okay, then you send them to a funeral home, crematorium, and when you burn them, the mercury from their fueling goes into the sky, and that'll contribute to further cognitive decline of the population. So anyways, that's a cycle. It's good to understand how it works so you got a better chance to break out of it, at least partially.